On Fox Sports West, the visiting number 6 Hawaii Rainbow Wahine come to Long Beach State and the Walter Pyramid to face off with the 49ers. There, a look at the head coach for the Rainbow Wahine, Dave Shoji, the winningest coach of all time, more than 1,100 victories in his legendary career. Let's give a look at the team he has brought to the mainland for this matchup.
You have to look at setter Mita Uyato from Long Beach, one of the best setters in the country, and Emily Hartong, the go-to player for the Rainbow Wahine.
On the other side for the Long Beach State Warriors, another longtime coach, 29th year, Brian Gimolero, Long Beach State 49ers, 700 career wins for Brian, another longtime legendary coach.
Absolutely. For Long Beach, you have to look at Bree Mackey and Haley Hampton, both coming off injuries. This is their first match back. Will they last?
Kevin Barnett and Holly McPeak bringing you the action live from the Walter Pyramid. 8-7 the record for Long Beach coming into this match. 13-1 and 11 straight wins for Hawaii. But forget all that in this matchup. Each year when these two teams get together, it is a good one. Last year, the match in this building went 4 and went overtime in most. Hawaii in the green and white, Long Beach in the white with black stripes. We are underway, set number 1. Mishandled ball called on Long Beach. First point of the match goes to Hawaii. Setter for Hawaii, Mita Uriato, senior out of Long Beach. So back home for this one. Backslide, double backslide. A little confusion there in the Long Beach offense.
Misconnection with Bree Mackey and Chisholm Opala, both going for quicks behind the setter. Just a miscommunication.
Emily Hartong, perhaps player of the year this year, making a bid for that for Hawaii. You will see her get the ball early, often, and throughout the match. Nice dig by Hawaii in the back row. There is Hartong. Soft touch by Long Beach. Touch called there, and what a set by Uriato.
Uriato has some strong hands, able to deliver a very nice ball to Nikki Taylor on the right side, who puts it away off the touch.
Uriato continues serving. Hawaii again with good defense, and outside. Long Beach stopped play in the middle. That ball being called down on the side of Hawaii.
I believe it was a net violation by Jade Vorster, the middle blocker for Hawaii.
A delayed call for sure, but nevertheless a point for the 49ers. Looking for hands and finding them is number 8, Nikki Taylor. Outside hitter opposite from Honolulu, Hawaii.
She's only a freshman, but she comes in high and hard, getting a nice touch off the block there.
Back to serve one of the strongest servers in the collegiate game today, Hartong. Long Beach handles it perfectly and goes to the middle with Chisholm Opala.
Chisholm Opala is a great athlete, number 21 in white. Watch this very nice pass by the libero for Long Beach State, and then Chisholm Opala, quick arm away from the blocker.
Long Beach needs to continue to handle the ball well. Tyler Jackson, the libero, serving for Long Beach. Hawaii trying to go high hands early. Definitely a strategy they're employing.
Well, Long Beach State is knowing where they're going, getting a nice block for them, trying to go high hands. Not working right there.
Tai Manu Olivao missing that one for Hawaii. Olivao second chance and out of bounds. Working off the block.
When you have a well-formed block in front of you, high hands or tool off the block, the tool using the blocker's hands out of bounds worked on that one.
Ali Longo, the libero for Hawaii, will step back to serve. Penn State transfer a couple of years ago. Hawaii got 3 touches, but was unable to get it back over the net. Count that one for Long Beach and Bree Mackey.
Number 6 in white, Bree Mackey with the kill, but Hawaii does not let the ball drop without a fight. Good hustle by the Rainbow Wahine. Taylor Johnson serving.
Early first set action. Taylor Johnson serving for Long Beach. Lefty number 18. Hartong out of the back row. Another nice dig. Back overhead, but hit out of bounds. Missing wide was Nikki Taylor.
Setter for Hawaii, Mita Uiato, definitely pushing the ball wide, trying to get Nikki Taylor going on the right side.
He asked Dave Shoji about his setter, Mita Uiato, the senior. He says perfection. That's a nice descriptive word to have your coach use about your play. But another miss there. Early on, the Hawaii hitters are making too many mistakes.
Coach Dave Shoji seeing some touches. He is not happy with those calls.
5-1 run for the 49ers. Make that 5-2 with the miss from Johnson.
You're right. When we talked to Dave Shoji, when he talked about his setter, he's coached a lot of great players. And for him to say amazing in the descriptive words used to describe his setter, I was impressed.
Long Beach employing a 6-2 option here. Taylor Johnson will stay into set number 18 there, trying to go to the middle. Not a good approach from Manu Olivao. And the 49ers take advantage of a big block.
Treble play, Alex Reed all over that well-formed block for Long Beach State.
Don't let Haley Hampton get in front of you. She's 6'6" and big at the net. Cabrajack with the missed serve there. 2 missed serves in a row for Long Beach. Back to the setter, number 18, Taylor Johnson. Just a freshman, had played in 1 set this season before this. So watch that middle connection. Not a lot of time spent with the middle. She is a 3-time MVP for her Chaparral High School, nearby Temecula. Touch off the block, and coming up hobbling that left leg, being held up by number 8, Haley Hampton, at the end of this block.
You talk about it. Yeah, Haley Hampton had 1 day of practice. Taylor Johnson, not a lot of reps with her because she's been out.
Brian Gimolero not sure how long Haley Hampton's going to last. More great defense from Long Beach. Back to Hartong again, this time finding the floor.
Taylor Jackson, the libero for Long Beach State, keeping the ball alive on the first one. You see the dig over, and then Hawaii again back to their big gun. Emily Hartong's second time works.
Hartong playing on the outside for just the 2nd season. A converted middle. Next play, Long Beach. Longo picks it up and picks up another dig there. Hartong powers through the block. And going to the ground was Haley Hampton.
Haley Hampton struggling, not moving as well as she'd like to on those stress fractures.
Keep your eye on number 8. We'll see how long she lasts in the match. Timeout, Long Beach. We'll be back with more set 1 action in a moment. Welcome back to Big West Women's Volleyball. Head coach Brian Gimolero in his 29th year as head of the 49ers. He has had his hands full once again trying to juggle his lineup to deal with injuries to some of his best players. That ball missed wide despite the celebration by Joy Miley. Point will go to Hawaii. Gimolero can't believe it. With a definite call, Kevin Barnett and Holly McPeak bringing you all the action from the Walter Pyramid.
Both teams so far unhappy with the missed touch calls.
Mackey stuffed in the middle.
Haley Hampton, number 8 in white, been out with a stress fracture and just not as mobile and elevating like she normally does.
Haley Hampton on that rough left leg. Hartong working off the block to get a second chance. Long Beach pulls it out of the bottom of the net. Longo handles it well. told you off the top, throw the records out. It doesn't matter. Both teams come to play. Hawaii on a 7-0 run on the strength of that last rally. Carrying the momentum here in set one. Miss wide, make it 8-0 run.
Hawaii fighting hard on the defensive end, but Long Beach State not making it easy on them. Ball outside, trying to hit that sharp angle just wide by Agner Swayze.
Outside stuff block. Hawaii finding every which way to get it done and continue a 9-0 run.
But because Haley Hampton is not an option offensively, Hawaii is just camping on the outside. Delaney Agner Swayze has nowhere to go.
Dolfo moving well across the middle. There's a kill across court. Agner Swayze picks up that one, number 16 in white. Out of Wrightwood, California, the senior, there is Dave Shoji, head coach of Hawaii. Looking on, watching his Rainbow Wahine play well in set number one. And getting a lot of breaks here in addition to some good volleyball there. Just seem to be picking it up when they need to.
Kai Manu Alaval with a back row kill, just dribbles it through the block. Going aggressive, though.
Kayla Kawamura in to serve, the redshirt sophomore libero. Good deep float. Ball put away on the left. That's Agner Swayze again.
You see Long Beach State again going to their outside. Agner Swayze through the seam of the block hard. Nice swing.
Running that 6-2. Setter Aaron Julie back in. LaGrange, Illinois, the junior, also has had knee problems, but has appeared in all sets this year. Hartong works off the block.
Emily Hartong passes the ball and comes in to hit, tooling the block of Long Beach State.
Hawaii solid advantage here in set number one. Long Beach trying to get creative with the offense. Good slap to the corner. Smart shot by Agner Swayze.
One of the benefits for Long Beach State with the 6-2 should be they have more hitting options, but they continue to set the ball to Delaney Agner Swayze, that time out of the middle.
Hartong, nice pass, allowing the middle to be run. Jade Forster picks up a kill.
Setter Mita Uiado from Hawaii just delivers a sweet ball to her hitter, Jade Forster in the middle.
Forster in the front. Dave Shoji telling us that Forster will spend most of her time in the front, doesn't like to go behind the setter. Hartong likes to go behind the service line, though. She will jump serve. Net violation called on Hawaii. Still a lot of confusion on the Long Beach side. Is this because of the amount of practice time they have lacked with their two setters?
This is the first time they've run this, and two players have been out with injuries, so not a lot of reps, and that's going to cause confusion.
Defensive opportunity lost for Long Beach. Unable to pick it up. There are a lot of one-handed stabs for the 49ers. Injuries to Bree Mackey, Haley Hampton. They are just back into the lineup for this match. First time either one has played in some time. And also setter Erin Julie, number 20, battling knee issues, although she has been in every match this year. That ball looked like it might be outside the antenna. Tough angle for the referee. He does correct himself and give this point to Hawaii. Great dig by Ali Longo.
Ali Longo tries to keep it alive. That ball goes outside the antenna. Not a playable ball.
I'm not sure what the 49ers are really arguing about here. That one was pretty obvious. Brian Gimolero, one of the more animated coaches you'll see along the sidelines. Longer to serve for Hawaii. Back row violation against the 49ers. That pass just too tight to be picked up by number 20, Aaron Julie. Timeout Long Beach. They trail by 10. We look in on Brian Gimolero. Mentioned 29 years in this position as head coach for the Long Beach State 49er women. Just a legendary career, and 700 wins is amazing, and 26 NCAA tournament appearances. It's been a case of consistency for Long Beach.
For sure. Brian Gimolero, class act. He's been well known over the years for really developing players for the national team program. He's good at turning a project or a raw athlete into a very good volleyball player, and that's why he's had such a nice tradition here over the years, a good coach.
Tara Cross battle, Danielle Scottahuda, of course, Misty May, some of the famous names that have come out of this program. But right now, Brian Gimolero giving it to his team. They trail by 10, and just too many mistakes on the Long Beach side. Sometimes there's a match where the opponent just simply takes it from you. It looks like Long Beach is giving away too much.
I feel like they came out really strong, but throwing a 6-2 into the mix against a very strong Hawaii team, it doesn't look like Long Beach State is ready to handle it. I like the creative idea by Coach Brian Gimolero to run it and do what he can to beat this Hawaii team, but the team just doesn't look that comfortable with it right now.
Just 6 assists dished out on the Long Beach side, 12 for Hawaii. Uriato continuing to be excellent as her coach described her. Ali Longo for Hawaii. Again with the deep float, combination into the back row. A lot of creativity on the Long Beach side, but the Hawaii block is reacting well and continues to do so there. On the outside, that's Manu Olivao along with Adolfo.
I don't think Hawaii's expecting any balls being set to the middle right now, so they're camping out on the pins.
Again to the outside, and again a stuff block.
That is when your offense becomes predictable. You're only going to the outside. In Hawaii, a big, strong blocking team and defensive team camping out.
Great look at Adolfo, who simply left the middle Hampton. Has another opportunity to do so. Hartong through the block after the dig.
Ali Longo, the libero for Hawaii, able to set a nice pipe ball in transition to Emily Hartong. That is an asset when your libero can step in and set a great transition ball.
Set point number 1 for Hawaii. Longo serving. Beautiful defense, fantastic set, and the kill. Set number 1 goes to Hawaii. A commanding victory, 25-11.
Watch the Hawaii defense right here. Starts with a dig by Emily Hartong, and Mita Uriato just beautiful set. Strong hands to Nikki Taylor for the kill.
Senior leadership paying off for the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. Will they dominate set number 2, or will Long Beach be back? Welcome back to the Walter Pyramid on the campus of Long Beach State, where Hawaii took it to the 49ers 25-11 in set number 1. They did it behind the strength of Tai Manu Olivao. Outside hitter, 5 kills and 2 blocks in that opening set.
She's only a sophomore. She started 3 matches last year, but big hops, great athlete, and improving every match.
Part of an opposite platoon last year. No platoon this year. It is solidly her position, and a great start for the Rainbow Wahine. Long Beach on the other side is using a mixed lineup and using a lot of young players here, Holly.
Lots of young players, 5. And you know, it's tough when you're transitioning and you're mostly young players. You're going to get better, and then the injuries compound that.
If you're head coach Brian Gimolero there, you know the stat. Hawaii 13-1 after winning set number 1. What do you do if you're Long Beach?
I I think Long Beach State just needs to settle into a lineup, start getting their middles going. That was a big weakness in the first set.
Well, they went to the middle right away on that one, but Hawaii handled it well. More defense from the women in green. Boy, what a set. Mita Uiato, all Big West, all region. Honorable mention, ABC All-American in 2012. Complete control and perfection, the words that her coach of 39 years, Dave Shoji, uses to describe her. She continues to deliver. Another great run there. Hartong, kill. Aggressive swing from Hartong. That looked like a confident swing.
Emily Hartong is very confident. In the setter, Mita Uiato again on the run, but delivers a hittable ball in transition. I love it. Fun to watch.
Hartong focused on being a professional player after her career at Hawaii is finished. She has not spent a lot of time with the national team yet, but that time is coming. Long Beach, more confusion and losing more points. That'll be 3-0 at the beginning of this set. That is the run now, 22-4 since early in set number 1. Brian Givalero has called a timeout. He wants to talk about it. What will Long Beach do to adjust and get on the board? More Big West Volleyball in a moment. Big West Women's Volleyball here on Fox Sports West. A look at Dave Shoji, head coach for Hawaii. Dave Shoji, the winningest coach of all time. He has been a dominant force, and his Rainbow Wahine doing everything they can to get him another victory in this one. They are solidly in control, right behind a 22-4 run that stretches from set number 1 over into set number 2. Continuing to serve is their setter, Mita Uiato. Into the middle of Vorster. The run continues.
That's only Jade Vorster, Hawaii's middle blocker's second kill of the match, but I like that transition, getting the middle ball quick.
Uiato spreading the offense out, not just relying on the big arm of Hartong. Both liberos making a couple of nice plays. Boy, what a set into the middle. What a delivery. Uiato looking for more than an honorable mention this year.
I love seeing a setter run the middle from off the net. Jade Vorster makes herself available. Big kill for Hawaii.
The run continues. 5-0. Set number 2. Ace serves. 6-0. Long Beach looking to make some changes. Coming off the bench right now, Joy Miley, number 3, will enter the match for Bree Mackey. Bree Mackey perhaps compromised by the fractures and injuries that she has been fighting through this year. We get our first look at Joy Miley in this match. And right away, she gets a chance to hit. And that one goes long for Miley. Just a freshman, 6'2", out of Downey, California. Number 6 recruited, outside hitter last year. Certainly a valuable player and a great future here at Long Beach. Tough to get that first set, though, Holly. Hawaii, the block continuing to do it. Vorster up there with Taylor.
Long Beach State again going to Joy Miley. Cold off the bench. She takes a big swing, goes up hard. Tough spot to be in.
If you're keeping track at home, that's 27-4 the run now. And that was a quick trip for Joy Miley. Back into the match comes Bree Mackey in that left front position. Hampton finally puts the ball down out of the middle.
But Long Beach State finally able to run their middle. That's the second time they've gone to Haley Hampton.
Going back to set number 1, that ends a 14-0 run by Hawaii. scoring points at an incredible rate. Boy, backslide from Hartong. Some creativity on the Hawaiian side. Another block, this time one-on-one. Nikki Taylor stuffs it down.
Nikki Taylor left by herself to block this ball. Nice hands over the net, seals it. Point, Rainbow Wahine.
Coach Dave Shoji said, we are not a stuffs team, we get controls. Well, hey, tonight you're a stuffs team. That's nice to have. 6-1 the advantage in team blocks for Hawaii. Inside X-play goes down. Trying to recapture the emotion behind the arm of Agner Swayze.
Solid combination play here to Agner Swayze, who comes in, no blocker.
Michaela Taylor will come in to serve. The freshman DS out of Downey, California will come in. She had a regular role, 6 aces on the year. Comes in for Haley Hampton. Long Beach needs some defense, not able to get it there. Another kill for Hawaii. 10-2, the lead here in set number 2.
I like that all the players are involved in the offense for Hawaii. I think that's really important in the long run for this team.
Brian Gimolero saying this is quite possibly the most talented team all around. Certainly the most talented team they have seen this season. The only loss for the Rainbow Wahine came at the hands of USD. And that was in 5 sets, 15-11 in the 5th. Kill out of the middle, plus a net violation. The offense very spread out for the Rainbow Wahine.
Quick middle in transition, one blocker there, able to turn that ball sharp angle.
Good pass for the Beach, but another miss. Boy, what are you going to do if you're on the Long Beach sidelines right now? Or better yet, Holly, you're inside the court. What do you have to do?
Focus on the little things, 1 point at a time. Volleyball's a game of momentum. If they can get momentum on their side, they can turn things around.
A missed serve might help. Chelsea Caberjack steps back to serve. Hip issues in 2012. One of the walking wounded in this match last year. This year healthy, played in every set. Hawaii just continues to roll. Mentioned that momentum. They are not giving it up.
Kaylee Adolfo, number 18 in green, so strong in the middle. Wow.
Hawaii, of course, dominating in kills. 32-7. The run-in points make it 8, but still Hawaii controlling this match.
Solid play right there by Long Beach State. That's what they need to do, one play at a time to get back in this match.
Miss serve from Swayze.
Tough to do that when you're trying to make a comeback.
In comes Taylor Higgins. Setter, 5'8" freshman. This part of the 6-2 with Kaylee Goodman. And crush kill on the overpass by Hartong.
One of the things that Coach Brian Gimolaro said to us was, you know, we expected to be really strong. We've been hurt by some injuries, but sometimes losing compounds itself. And these girls just need some confidence, gain some momentum together as a team. But they work really hard in the gym. He thinks they're a special group of kids.
Losing compounds itself, as does winning. Hawaii has won 11 straight and are 13-1 on the year. You're getting a good look at why as they are dominating the second set, 16-4. Timeout for Long Beach. I mentioned the legendary status of this program. Long Beach not often thought of as a volleyball powerhouse, but when you look at the national teams, both beach and indoor, you have to acknowledge the impact that this school has had on the sport. Certainly Misty May, perhaps the most famous alumni.
When I grew up, Long Beach State was the premier program. They've created some great athletes. Misty May Trainer, one of the best all-time, 3 gold medals on the beach. NCAA Player of the Year as a setter.
National championship for May Trainer, then May. And then, of course, the 3-time gold medalist. Undefeated in Olympic play, dropped, I believe, 1 set ever in the Olympics. Simply remarkable.
Amazing. I see her in the stands right now with her husband, Matt Trainer, and her dad, Butch May, behind. Long supporter of the Long Beach State program. She was a volunteer assistant for the SAND program last year.
A legend in the sport, no doubt. Now doing a little bit of beach coaching, giving back to the sport in a new way. Over at USC, rival USC. What do you think about that?
I thought that was kind of interesting. I haven't given her a hard time about that. But there you see her in the black, turning around, talking to somebody in the green.
Oh, she has to have a hard time watching the match, no doubt. Talking to all kinds of people who want to come in and say hi to the living legend.
In the plaid shirt next to her, on our right, is Matt Trainer, catcher for the Dodgers, trying to overcome an injury right now.
Played for several major league teams. The Dodgers last season, a power couple in the world of sports. And Hawaii, a powerhouse in the Big West Conference, demonstrating it so far in this match. Double contact called on that set over on Ali Longo. I didn't see anything in particular, but the referee thought differently. Dave Shoji not too disturbed by that. His team solidly in control, leads by 11. Hartong working off the block.
One of the things that I see as a big benefit for Hawaii is their senior leadership. Ali Longo, the libero, Mita Uiata, the setter, and Emily Hartong on the outside, surrounded by a great supporting cast. This team is deep with leadership, can go a long way.
Good start for Hartong, 7 kills, but not needing to go to Hartong for all their offense. Great distribution for Hawaii. That ball put down out of the middle, not limping as badly, Haley Hampton.
Haley Hampton hits into Emily Hartong, but able to tool the block out of bounds.
Forster down out of the middle. If you're Long Beach, are you looking for just a little momentum here? Or are you still thinking about winning this set?
One play at a time, trying to gain any kind of momentum that you can. And I don't think you can think about the big picture of the set. One play. Starts with the side out right now, then you go back and you score.
I've seen some big comebacks, but this would be the biggest. Hampton out of the middle on the big backslide.
Nice to see them, Long Beach State, get Haley Hampton involved, get her some kills. That's going to help take the pressure off the outsides for Long Beach State.
Give you an idea of how surprising the scores have been so far in this match. Last year in this building, 3 sets to 1. A victory for Hawaii. However, they lost the first set 26-24 and then went 34-32, 26-24, 25-22. An incredibly well-played match, incredibly entertaining match. So far this year, Long Beach unable to generate the same enthusiasm, but a little bit of emotion perhaps swinging back for them as they score a block point there behind Hampton.
That's all it takes, a little momentum. 6'6", Haley Hampton doesn't even have to move, lined up perfectly.
Longo low pass, slide to Hartong, who is now on the right. Another nice dig by Jackson. Longo with the run, but not quite.
Good effort by both teams, but you see the momentum right now. Little bit on the side of Long Beach State. Good hustle by Ali Longo, the libero for Hawaii.
4-0 run. A little life in the 49ers. You need a side out. If you're Hawaii, you know where to go. Put it on the right arm of number 17.
It's nice when you see have a middle blocker who can hit both tempos. She can hit a quick and a high ball to the outside, either side. A lot of versatility there.
And you mentioned Emily Harton. Toughness is often the word you hear. Just the will to win. The will to win a ball. Even when everyone in the gym knows she's getting the ball, she's still able to come up with a kill.
Those are the types of players coaches dream about.
We had a chance to speak with Scott Wong, former national team athlete and 6-year coach under Dave Shoji for Hawaii. He said that she is a special player. An absolutely fantastic talent who's willing to work on all the little things, Emily Hartong. Another point for Long Beach, and now a little pressure for Hawaii. How will they respond? Be careful not to fall asleep if you're dominating a match this big.
That's really important, but I think they're feeling very confident right now. Long Beach State just needs the momentum.
Side out of Vorster. You saw Dave Shoji sitting down before, just relaxing. Now he's up pacing. Brian Gimmelero's pacing all the time, talking to everybody, eye on everything. He was giving us our camera angles early on. He's got everything under control in this building. Looking for the touch, but not getting it is Agner Swayze.
Agner Swayze tries to go high hands. Looks like she missed it.
So Longo back to serve. She was serving during that huge run for Hawaii at the end of set 1. Battle at the net won by Hawaii. Manu Olivao continues her excellent play. Coming up in intermission, we'll give you a little feature on Dave Shoji and the history that he has been making in this sport for so many years. And we'll also have highlights and stats from the first 2 sets. Glad you've joined us here at the Walter Pyramid on the campus of Long Beach State for this Big West matchup between number 6 Hawaii and the Long Beach State 49ers. Kevin Barnett and Holly McPeak bringing you all the action here on Fox Sports West. It's been all Hawaii, but recently a little life in the white-clad 49ers. They need some momentum, and their play is improving. Kill by Chisholm Opala.
In transition, Long Beach State able to feed Chisholm Opala this quick ball. Watch in transition, free ball. Chisholm Opala gets up quick, hits a sharp angle. That's a good thing for Long Beach State.
Gaberjack jump serve over past Kill. Holly, maybe they don't win the set, but what is a win momentum-wise? If Hawaii has 25, how many does Long Beach need to carry momentum through? How many more points do they need?
18 to 20.
Okay, 18 to 20. Look for that score. They need 4 more points. There's 1 more, up to 15. This is more what we expected. Brian Gimmilero, take a break. Your players are doing it right now. Gaberjack again with the big left jump serve. Stuff block. Opala. Agner Swayze on the left.
It starts with a tough serve by Chelsea Gaberjack. But Chisholm Opala has been big the last 3 plays. Okay, Delaney Agner Swayze there on the block as well.
Timeout Hawaii. A little bit of pressure and a 10-4 run by Long Beach. Mentioned that Hawaii is number 6 in the national poll. Let's give you the big picture. Washington at number 1, USC number 2, couple of Pac-12 squads, and then Florida, Texas, and Penn State. A lot of familiar names up there, but there's been a lot of movement in and out of that number 1 spot.
It's one of those years where everybody's beating everybody. Washington hasn't been challenged too much by ranked teams, so we'll see what happens when they're in the meat of the Pac-12 conference. But I think Texas is very strong, Penn State and Hawaii. Stanford, relatively young, but very strong all around.
7 teams receiving #1 votes. As we look at the poll by conference, you can see the domination by the Big Ten and Pac-12, but don't count out some conferences you may not think of when you think of women's volleyball.
Well, this poll doesn't matter this time of year. It's what's happening in the postseason, and those numbers thinned out on the top last year when it got down to the final 8, and that's what's interesting. There's a lot of parity around the country. It's anybody's game.
Great run by Oregon to the national championship, losing to Texas. 2 teams who were looking for their first victory. Jared Elliott and Texas picking up their very first national championship. Dave Shoji and Hawaii feeling like they need to be inside the top 12 to guarantee they play at home in the first half of that NCAA tournament. They're well on their way, ranked 6th right now and looking for another good win, but they're going to have to keep the pressure on the 49ers. Another stuff block behind the same 2 players. Ocala, Agner Swayze.
Some tough defense from Long Beach State, and then Agner Swayze and Opala with another big block.
5-0 run for the 49ers. Ball starting to bounce their way. Opala kill. Touchdown.
6 straight points. Chisholm Opala has been involved in all of them. Fantastic. She's on fire. Get her the ball.
From 18-6, they are within striking distance. Just 4 points. Another block. This time on the right, Aaron Julie.
Caberjack again with a tough jump serve, and then the block by Aaron Julie and Chisholm Opala again. Long Beach State feeling momentum on their side.
Another stuff block, 13-4 run for Long Beach State. They trailed by just 3 points. What a comeback in this one. At one point was 13-3, 18-6. Let's look back to last year. I mentioned the scores earlier. It was kind of the same situation. Hawaii coming in healthy. Long Beach State struggling with their physical health, but did not struggle on this night. Put up a great fight. And it was close. Hawaii would eventually win this one, but not before they had to go through 3 deuce sets after they lost the first. And overtime, 34-32 in that second set. And then 26-24 in set number 2. Finally, 25-22 in set number 3. It's always great to see fun, close, well-played volleyball. That's what we had here last year. And that's what we're getting again here in the second half of set number 2.
Well, you asked me how many points they needed. I said between 18 and 20. They're at 19 now.
That was just for momentum. They could possibly win this set. Just 3 points. Caberjack. Back row, guess who? Hartong kills that. Hawaii, 2 points away from ending set number 2.
Let's see how Long Beach State responds. I think they're feeling a little bit more confident playing at a higher level as a team.
Hartong, nice dig in the middle back. Oh, then foul goes wide. There's the upper level of what you said was needed for Long Beach, Holly.
One play at a time.
Hartong again.
Big side out for Hawaii, and yes, using their back row attack when they've got weapons everywhere. Very confident in Emily Hartong.
Toughness indeed. Set point number 1. 10th kill for Hartong. Long Beach out of the back row.
Agner Swayze right back at Hawaii.
Set point number 2 for Hawaii. Jackson to serve. Outside stuff. Uyato along with Adolfo end set number 2 in favor of Hawaii, but not before a huge run for the Long Beach State 49ers.
Nice dig. Long Beach State gets an opportunity to transition. Alex Reed stuffed by Hawaii to end that set.
Hawaii leads 2-0, but Long Beach certainly has the momentum. Can they carry it through the intermission? More volleyball in a moment. One of the best kept secrets in all of Southern California. Beautiful Belmont Shores nearby here in Long Beach. Welcome back to Big West Volleyball on Fox Sports West. Hawaii with a 2-0 advantage over Long Beach State. Kevin Barnett along with Holly McPeak. Holly, as we were going through that second set, I was going to ask you what was being said in the Long Beach locker room, but now I kind of wonder about both teams. Hawaii gave away a ton of momentum.
Yeah, you can't do that if you want to win a national title, and I'm sure Coach Dave Shoji was telling them that, look, you can't let up against anybody. But on the other side, Coach Brian Giammalaro, we saw some life. They had some momentum. I think that should continue into this third set.
They recaptured the emotion. If you're Hawaii, you went to Emily Hartong to end that set. You went to your big hitter. How much do you rely on her in the early part of set 3, or do you diversify the offense again?
I say diversify the offense. You can always go to Emily Hartong. She's your go-to, but you need to spread out the offense and keep that going.
It was Hartong, the senior, who was excellent, 10 kills, 7 digs, but also some freshman leadership. This is Hartong getting some kills, doing it from a lot of different places. But how about some young talent to go with the senior talent and senior-laden team? Nikki Taylor, the freshman.
Nikki Taylor, the opposite for Hawaii, did a great job ending the set with a big swing from the left side.
A look at the stats in this one through 2 sets.
Well, the kills obviously heavy on the Hawaii side. The hitting percentage, obvious 279 for Hawaii and only .050 for Long Beach State. But they showed some fight late in the second set.
We mentioned the run that ended set number 1 for Hawaii. 19-4 was the run. They won the second set, but they gave up a 15-7 run to Long Beach. So Long Beach, you said they had to reach 20. They got to 21. They have the momentum entering this set. Stepping back to serve is Erin Julie, the junior setter out of LaGrange, Illinois. Underway in set number 3. Hawaii in green, siding out with Jade Vorster.
Hawaii very effective out of the middle. Both hitters hitting a very high percentage.
Hawaii setter will step back to serve. That's Uyato. Hawaii still hustling on defense, but unable to run that one down was Manu Olivao. 1-1.
Alex Reed serving for the Beach.
Off the block, nice and efficient. Nikki Taylor once again, the freshman. She's playing a big role for this team. Way to step in. How many players are really ready to make this leap from high school right into a high-level college program?
It's not easy, but if you have a great supporting cast that supports you, you've got senior leadership, that really helps on a team like Hawaii.
A senior setter, a senior outside hitter who carries a big load and makes a dig there. Important pieces, and how about a senior libero making plays like that? A lot of four-year players looking for a national championship for Hawaii. Another kill for the young outside hitter out of Honolulu, Hawaii, Taylor.
Long rally. Mita Uyato spreads out the offense, gets it wide to Nikki Taylor. Big kill on the right side.
Timeout, Long Beach. Hawaii again with the advantage early in set number 3. They have done a good job here in the early section of sets. Can Hawaii close out Long Beach, or will Long Beach get back on track? More volleyball in a second. Here's what... Welcome back to the Walter Pyramid, where Hawaii leads 2-0. Over Long Beach State as we look at the two coaches, Dave Shoji and Brian Gimolero, legends in their own right. 68 years of coaching experience between the two of them at the NCAA Division I level. More than about 1,900 victories between the two of them. Their win percentages, to me, is absolutely amazing.
Two fantastic coaches. Chelsea Caberjack with a big kill, lefty on the right side for Long Beach State, trying to get things started for them.
Michaela Taylor, the honor roll student, in to serve, just a freshman. Good short serve. Taylor almost had that one. Would like to get it up a little bit higher.
The thing about watching a great setter like Mita Uyato, she can just deliver it from anywhere with velocity. Really stresses the blockers of her opponents.
Shelled down the line. Beautiful chicken wing by Longo. Beautiful back set and off the block. What a team point that was. Manu Olival will collect the kill, but a lot of hands in making that happen.
Look at this powerful swing by Caberjack, and then Ali Longo chicken wing. Manu Olival saves it, keeps it alive, and then gets to end the rally.
Spicy pepper, buffalo sauce, whatever you want on that thing. Another powerful swing through the block, and I think that was off the head of Caberjack. Manu Olival, confidence, smiling. That's what you want to see in your outside hitter. Longo continues to serve, and this continues to be a rough rotation for the 49ers. Another block for Hawaii. Brian Gimolero might want to consider some changes here. He looks down at his bench players. No signal yet. This rotation has been brutal. Overhead, the lefty. Caberjack gets the kill.
I'd love to see Long Beach State also go back to Chisholm Opala, who helped fire them up in the second set, but Chelsea Caberjack able to get a kill for Long Beach State right there.
She will serve, skips it off the tape. Good smart shot picked up by Hartong. Defense improving. Hartong, tough swing, stuffed straight down.
Chisholm Opala in for the block. And Delaney Einer-Swayze as well. Big point for Long Beach State.
Great look at the net seal by Opala. Hartong right back through the block. Long Beach again controls it. Opala works off the block just well enough. So Chisholm Opala, who played a big role in that comeback in set number 2, trying to will her team here in set number 3.
Her set, Aaron Julie needs to continue to get her the ball, knowing that she's the hot player.
Caberjack continues the strong serving. Over past Opala, straight down.
She is called for a net violation, a little too aggressive. Great serve by Caberjack, over pass, and then Opala with the net on the follow-through.
An unfortunate mistake. Sarah Mendoza serves for Hawaii. Then the backslide to Opala. Olival once again on the left.
Kai Manu Olival has gotten better as this match has gone on. Getting a lot of sets, swinging it at some hard balls through the block of Long Beach State.
Mendoza, the junior transfer from Irvine Valley Junior College, not too far away here in Southern California, serves the second time. And serves wide. Lineup change coming for the 49ers. Sitting down will be Alex Reed. And into the match comes Joy Miley. Olivao into the net, trying to stop that. Dig over. We have ourselves a battle here in set 3.
Nice dig. Setter tries to attack. Blocker in the net.
Olivao once again, this time into the angle, gets the kill. That's the 30th assist for setter Uiato of Hawaii. Olivao's 10th kill on that swing. Now in the back row, nice play. Opala calling for the ball. The Hawaiian block all over it. Big number 18 right in the way. Haley Adolfo.
I think this ball was set a little bit low. Opala not able to get on top of that ball and beat the block from Hawaii.
That was Hartong helping out with the middle attack. Hartong, OT. There's no stopping a swing like that.
Solid D and dig to kill ratio for Hawaii has been fantastic. Every time they dig a ball, they're getting a nice swing. Joy Miley, big swing for Long Beach State, and then Emily Hartong terminates that rally.
Robin Amos Santos, silver medalist in her 3rd year as assistant coach for Hawaii, said this is a much tighter team than last year, a much better team when it comes to the relationship between players. It's that kind of chemistry that pays off during tough times, as we saw in set number 2.
The chemistry of a team, especially in women's sports, is everything. Women are emotional. They need to feel like a unit and work together. And the senior leadership on this team seems special from what I see and what I hear. This team has a good shot.
Perfect set, perfect high, flat swing.
In transition, out to the big gun, Emily Hartong, high off the hands. Delaney Agner-Swayze can't come up with it.
Hartong's 12th kill of the match. Kayla Kawamura serving for Hawaii. Hartong through the block and down.
Haley Hampton got up a little gingerly, coming off a stress fracture, first match back, not as mobile, obviously, as she'd like to be. A little bit ginger on that injury.
Kawamura again. Good close serve handled by Long Beach. And collecting the kill, Hampton skips it off the tape and down. Haley Hampton played just 2 matches before going out with that fracture. She was averaging 2.42 kills per set. That still stands as 3rd on the team, but not with a big sample size. Hopefully the beginning, if you're Brian Gennolero, of having Haley Hampton back in the lineup. There's a player who has collected a lot of kills per set this year. Ranks 15th nationally in that stat, 4.49 per set. Emily Hartong. She leads the Big West in kills per set, 2-time All-American. Stuff block there by Vorster.
Triple block for Hawaii. You have to make a team like Hawaii move. Attack them, hold the middle, quick out to the pin, anything to create some space in the block.
Uiato Sisera. Good deep corner. Good point for Long Beach. They trail by 6. We look at the assist numbers. 34 for Mita Uiato. Boy, 13 more than Long Beach as a whole.
Mita Uiato is delivering hittable balls. That an assist only counts if you set your hitter up for a kill, and she's putting up balls that her players can put away.
Hittable is the way she is described sometimes by her coach as well as her opponents. It also says to me she's been running down a lot of balls, not giving opportunities to other players to control that second contact. Overpass, kill the freshman Taylor.
Nikki Taylor, only a freshman, but at 6'3", she's doing a good job contributing big swings in transition from both the left and the right side.
I thought one of the most interesting numbers for her was the 28 blocks, which is third on the team, blocking a skill so hard to master for young players. Hartong jump service overpass. Forster cleans it up.
Give Emily Hartong an assist on that because she's bombing her jump serve, creating some passing trouble for Long Beach State.
I always wondered if that should be an ace or a kill.
Or an assist.
Or an assist. Hartong looking for another. Blocked down. Looked like good help there in the middle. Forster up front along with Taylor. Hawaii now establishing control of this third set. Mishandled ball, that one going over, and a double called. Hawaii just 5 points from closing this out. Timeout. Called by Long Beach State. Let's look at the news and notes from around NCAA women's volleyball. Washington, new #1. We've had a lot of #1s, and evidenced by the 7 different teams receiving votes, there certainly isn't a consensus as to the best team in the nation.
A lot of teams had really tough preseason schedules. Washington's not as challenging as the other ones, but they always start hot. And then once Pac-12 rolls around, they're really challenged. And you see 7 different teams, anybody's game this year.
How about Michigan State back on the national stage? Lauren Wasinski getting her vote for National Player of the Week.
She had a big week beating Penn State at their place. Last time they beat Penn State was 2002 in Penn State, not since 2001. So that was a huge win for Michigan State.
I think all the way back to Jenna Roble when I think of Michigan State. That was some time ago. Product out of Naperville, Illinois, Naperville Central High School. Emily Hartong, could she be a National Player of the Year? Maybe. She keeps putting up numbers like this.
I think so. She's definitely one of the top candidates that I've seen, as well as Haley Eckerman or Bailey Webster from Texas. And then you've got 4 great players at Penn State as well.
An increasingly high level of talent all throughout women's collegiate volleyball, not only at the NCAA Division I level, but also at the Division II level.
Emily Hartong serving for Hawaii.
Hartong continues to serve out of the timeout. Inside X kill by the lefty, Caberjack.
You see a tough jump serve by Hartong. Jackson, perfect pass, and then Caberjack with the whip of a left arm for the kill.
Taylor for Long Beach. The time is now for another run. Maybe behind the blocking of Chisholm Opala.
That's one of the few times they've shut down Jade Forster in the middle. Nice hands, Chisholm Opala again, starting things off for Long Beach State.
Good tough short serve. Opportunity lost, or perhaps taken. Manu Olival along with Forster collecting the block.
First you see the dig, and then in transition time, Manu Olival, look at her hands, perfect block position, so low for her.
Manu Olival has been good since the early point in this match. So has Ali Longo from the service line. Consistent, tough serving. Another back row violation called against the setter, Aaron Julie. Hawaii within 3 of closing this match out in 3. Ryan Gimolero knew his shuffle lineup would have to play well. They have struggled at times. They have played well at times. swing off the block and out. Agnes Swayze.
Chelsea Caberjack serving.
Went on a run before behind the strong, consistent serving of Caberjack. Can she continue to do that? Long Beach last led this match at 7-6 in the first set. It has been all Hawaii minus a run in the middle of set number 2. Hawaii shook that off, and they are in control of set number 3.
Nikki Taylor just made a hitting error in the last play, but they go right back to her, telling her, look, we have confidence in you, and she pays off with a kill for Hawaii.
Sarah Mendoza in again to serve, two-time all-conference junior college player, just down the road in Irvine. 4 contacts called, that one not clearing the net. Set point, match point, number 1 for the Rainbow Wahine. Their fans out in force. Backslide unable to be handled. Set point, match point, number 2 upcoming. The block and down. The people in green have something to cheer about. Hawaii takes the match 3-0.
I think Hawaii reeled it in that third set and really took control, not allowing Long Beach State to gain any momentum in that third set like they did in the second.
Strong performance out of the intermission coming out of the locker room by Hawaii. Scores of 25-11, 25-21, and 25-16. Capping a national championship type performance for the Rainbow Wahine. Players celebrate on the court. We'll be right back to wrap this one up. From Long Beach, Big West Volleyball. Hawaii making its case for the national championship. Big West Women's Volleyball here on Fox Sports West. A dominating performance by the number 6 ranked Hawaii Rainbow Wahine, 25-11, 25-21, 25-16 inside the Walter Pyramid. Hi everybody, Kevin Barnett and Holly McPeak once again taking you through this match and wrapping it up. Holly, this was a great performance by Hawaii, minus 1 small run in the second set. If they are truly going to be a national championship contender, is there something they have to do better? Do you see any holes in that team?
No, I think you're always going to face momentum on the other side of the net. That's how volleyball is played, and it's how you respond that makes you or puts you in a position to win a national championship. And I believe that Hawaii responded in the right way.
Can they compete with some of the big dogs in the Big Ten and the Pac-12?
Absolutely. They are solid all around. They're getting offense from every position on the court. And setter Mita Uiado, fantastic. Fantastic
setting and fantastic hitting was the story. Let's get you into the highlights of this one. It was 3-0, but we had some fantastic volleyball on each side for a long time.
Well, Emily Hartong with 14 kills. She hit .414. She was big when Hawaii needed them. And fantastic from the service line. Freshman Nikki Taylor, also big, 11 kills, hit .421, was getting kills from the left and the right, although she lines up as an opposite hitter for Hawaii.
Dave Shoji didn't talk about the defensive side of net play, the stuff blocks, but he certainly got a lot of production out of the stuff block category there. 11 blocks for Hawaii to just 8 for Long Beach State, and they're the kills number. Boy, a lot of defense being played in good transition swings.
Yes, Hawaii outdug Long Beach State 59-36. That's a big number, and they controlled the ball. It's what you do after the dig, and they transitioned it for kills.
12 straight now, the win total for Hawaii. They go on to be 14-1. They are on an incredible run. They have been conference champion 18 times in a row. Do you see any reason they're not going to repeat for their 19th title?
No, I don't. The problem for Hawaii is they are so good preseason, they're challenged, and then their conference, they're not pushed as well as they could be. And sometimes it proves difficult in the NCAA tournament. I hope that doesn't happen for this team. They're a special group of players.
One thing Hawaii would love to do is host big parts of that NCAA tournament. They will have to continue their excellent play through conference. Can they do it? They did it tonight. It was 3-0. For Holly McPeak, I'm Kevin Barnett saying good night from Long Beach.